Hello, my zebras and spoonies. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me today. I am glad that you are here. Today, I'm going to be talking about a statement that I frequently hear, and it goes something like, I'm their parent, not their friend. Well, today, I am going to challenge this idea with my own statement. A good parent is their child's unconditional friend. I know that this is going against a lot of things that people say when that they're talking about parenting, so let's get into it. Let's start by considering what a parent's job is. First and foremost, it is a parent's job to ensure that the child is safe and that their needs are being met. Their second job is to train that child in how to be a successful adult in the society in which they live. Those are the two things that parents are supposed to be doing for their child. That's the job description. Now, I've made a post about what it is to be a good friend, and I recommend that you go check that out because we'll be talking a lot about those ideas in this post, and I'm not going to be rehashing everything here. When we look at the list of the 12 things that I think need to be present for a good relationship, I would argue that there is only one of those things that is not required to be present in a good parent child relationship. And that one thing is number 12. A parent child relationship does not need to be reciprocal. It can be, and it's nice when it is, but a good parent expects absolutely nothing in return from their child. The thing is that your child did not decide to be a part of this relationship. You made that commitment, not them. Because of that, you really can't hold them to a commitment that they never agreed to. Being born into your life doesn't in any way make them in debt to you, nor do they owe you anything in return for your parenting. When you become a parent, you decide to take on all of the responsibility of that relationship. That's the agreement that we made by becoming a parent. As parents, we can choose to become our child's unconditional friend. Yes, this friendship will always be different than any other friendship that they have in their life. Even once they're an adult and you, as their parent, are no longer responsible for their safety or meeting their needs, this relationship will be different because of the unconditional nature in which this friendship is given. No other friendship should be given under unconditional terms. A good friend is someone that is present. And this means that you're going to attend their games or chess meets, whatever it is that your kid is into. You're going to spend time with them on your days off, engaging in leisure activities together. You have to spend time with your child if you want to have a relationship with your child. So that's not unlike being your child's friend. It is also in no way in conflict with the two jobs that you have as a parent. Spending time with your child is a great way to make sure that they're safe and that their needs are being met. Spending time with them is about the only way that you can teach them. So if you want to do the second part of your job, you're going to have to spend time with them. So, good friend item one is parenting compatible, and it's kind of really a parenting requirement. The second thing that makes a good friend is that you can trust them. Trusting someone means that you feel safe with them. This is definitely something a good parent works towards. You want your child to feel safe and you want them to feel that they can trust you. That's essential to having a good relationship with your child. So, good friend item number two is parenting compatible. It's also a requirement for good parenting. So, the score sits at 2 out of 2 that a parent can, in fact, be their child's friend. Good friends accept you as you are. Just like any other person on the planet, your child is going to be an imperfect being. This means that there are going to be things that you like about your child and that there are going to be things that you don't like. That's just the nature of being human. But a good parent is going to focus on the things that they like about their child and accept that their child is not a perfect being. And if we're being honest with ourselves, whatever hot garbage our child has is our fault because whether it's nature or nurture, we gave it to them. But we also gave them their gold and diamonds. Okay, so this is only true for as long as your child is little. Once they start learning from their teachers and their peers, they can collect garbage and shit from other people or diamonds. The point here is to remember that you had a major hand in making whatever it is that they are. So, good friend item number 3 is parenting compatible and also on the list of things that good parents do. That makes the score 3 out of 3 that a parent can, in fact, be their child's friend. Good friends respect your boundaries. If you are a friend to your child, you will respect their boundaries. This means that you will not hug them when they ask you not to. This means that you will call them by their preferred name, not the one that you want to use. Being respectful of your child's boundaries will teach them how to properly set their boundaries and will help them stay safe. When you teach them that they have the final say over their own bodies, they won't allow a stranger to touch them inappropriately because they will understand that this is inappropriate boundaries. When you teach them that they have the final say over how others treat them, they're not going to accept a peer calling them names and being disrespectful to them because they'll understand that this is a violation of their boundaries. Teaching your child good boundaries is teaching your child how to stay safe. So, good friend item number 4 is parenting compatible and is also on the list of things that good parents do. In fact, it is something that goes directly towards the primary job of parenting, keeping your child safe. That makes the score 4 out of 4 that a parent can, in fact, be their child's friend. Good friends have your best interest in mind. So, yeah, I don't think that we need any discussion here. Good parents have their child's best interest in mind, which means that a good friend, item number 5, is parenting required. If you don't have your child's best interest in mind, then what's going on? Seriously, this is legal grounds for removing your child from your custody in this country, the US. This is the grounds that children are taking in cases of abuse and neglect. That abuse and neglect is the evidence that the parent doesn't have the child's best interests in mind. And this brings the score to 5 out of 5 that a parent can, in fact, be their child's friend. Good friends give emotional space. When a parent chooses to be their child's friend, they choose to give their emotions space. They allow their children to have their feelings and help them learn how to properly regulate and express those feelings. Giving emotional space does not mean accepting inappropriate or unsafe behaviors. This harkens back to teaching your child good boundaries and keeping them safe. Both things are also things that good friends do. When a parent accepts that their child's feelings without judgment, they are teaching their child that their feelings are important and that they are cared about. When they teach a child appropriate ways to express those feelings, they are teaching their child good boundaries and helping them to learn how to maintain safety even in the presence of big emotions. These are essential life skills. Good friend item number 6 is parenting compatible and on the list of things that a good parent does. That brings the score to 6 out of 6 that a parent can, in fact, be their child's friend. A good friend listens. A parent will best support their child by listening to them. Giving them time to talk about everything and anything that matters to them helps solidify the feeling that they are important to the parent and that they are thinking and feeling matters. The relationship that a child has with their parent is one of the first and goes a long way to teaching them what a good relationship looks like. If the parent gives that child plenty of room to express their ideas, they're going to feel that this is a valued part of a relationship. Not to mention that allowing your child to talk to you freely when they are a toddler and a young child will instill in them that you can be trusted with their thoughts and that you care about those thoughts. And this will set the stage for them talking to you during the most difficult time of their lives, their adolescent years, when they are struggling with the transition into adulthood. Good friend item number 7 is parenting compatible and is also on the list of things that a good parent does. And that brings our score to 7 out of 7 that a parent can, in fact, be a child's friend. Good friends are loyal. Everything that you do, everything that you say, and all that you are is invested in your relationship. You've determined to be a successful friendship, living a great life together. What about that would a parent not desire to have with their child? A parent should absolutely be invested in the relationship that they have with their child. They should be giving that relationship a very high priority over almost every other relationship in their lives. Ensuring that they have a good relationship with their child is ensuring that they're in a position to give them guidance that they need to learn to be an adult. It also means that your child is going to trust you when you give them directions towards maintaining their safety. Your loyalty in this relationship is a primary trust builder. Good friendship, number 8, is a requirement for parenting. Parentings have to invest and commit to their relationship with their child. This makes the score 8 out of 8 that a parent can, in fact, be their child's friend. A good friend is impeccable with their word. This is about maintaining that balance between kindness and honesty in your relationship. One of the best ways for parents to express their love to their child is through kindness. A child will not believe that you love them if you are not kind to them, regardless of what else you are doing for them. Thus, being impeccable with your word is the expression of love in the context of the parent child relationship. And clearly, a parent desires to have their child believe that they are loved. Good friend item number 9 is parenting compatible and is yet another item that is on the good parenting list. This brings the score to 9 out of 9 that a parent can, in fact, be their child's friend. Good friends are supportive. A parent can choose to be their child's friend by supporting them in the things that they are choosing to undertake and in times that they're struggling. This means cheering on your child even if they're pursuing activities that you have no interest in. It also means being there to hold your child when they're crying after their first breakup or when they have a fight with one of their peers. Offering guidance during these times can help them learn better social skills and can help them regulate their emotions. It can also be a time that a parent can offer the larger picture perspective to their child, which can sometimes be helpful when everything in their world is feeling so hard. So, good friend item number 10 is parenting compatible and is again on the list of good parenting skills. And this brings the score to 10 out of 10 that a parent can, in fact, be their child's friend. Good friendships are not competitive. When a parent chooses to be their child's friend, they are choosing not to compare their child to other children, and they are choosing not to compare their child to the person that the parent wanted to become, and they're also choosing not to compare their child to social expectations. They're agreeing to instead give that child room to take life on in their own way and at their own pace. The parent can be a good friend by accepting that their child's life will look different than any other person's life and that it's all right. This allows the child room to be their own person and to make their own choices. This is a skill that they're going to need as an adult. Fostering decision making in a child will allow them to learn the importance of consideration of options and that failures are not the end of the world. This is the best way to teach your child to be resilient. Good friend item number 11 is parenting compatible and is also a good parenting skill. And that brings the score to 11 out of 11 that a parent can, in fact, be their child's friend. So the remaining good friend item is number 12. Good friendships are reciprocal. This is the one that we started the discussion with. This is not exactly incompatible with parenting. If your child chooses to reciprocate the friendship, then that's a bonus cherry on top of everything else that is awesome about being a parent. But it is essential to understand that being a parent means a giving of yourself and that the relationship that you have with your child has to be thought of as an unconditional one. But in truth, if you are a good friend to your child, they are most likely going to reciprocate this friendship. And a really beautiful thing happens when they become an adult. If you were if you were your child's friend, that parent-child relationship changes form and it becomes more like the conventional friendships when they become an adult. And it's really a cool thing. So yeah, I argue that a parent can absolutely be their child's friend. I also argue that good parents are their child's unconditional friend. So that's about it for my rambling today. Thanks for coming and spending time with me. If you like this video, click on the like button. It really does help. Also, consider watching some of the other videos. And until we talk again, you guys take care of yourselves. Bye.